Well, hello everybody. Welcome to this episode of Adventures with Blaze. The first part of this video is going to be for my non-Velonaut friends and followers. Watching a video that was prepared by a fellow Velonaut in Germany, I believe, showing how he got dash cam pictures, so to speak. Well, that got me thinking. I know, danger, Will Robinson. And I came out and I figured out a way to mount the camera to the inside of the hood. Now, right now you can see just looking straight ahead. But you can also see if I pull the visor down, and I'm probably going to start off this ride with the visor down to kind of cut back on some of the wind noise. But the way this camera is mounted, it is right in eye level. I actually have to either scrunch down or look to the side, because this is right at eye level. So for the first part of this ride, you are going to see and hear exactly what I see and hear in the cockpit. So this I hope will give you the best view yet of what it's like to drive a velomobile, and specifically a Quattrovelo. So come on along and we'll see how this goes, because I've got this camera mounted with Velcro because, you know, I have to be able to take it off because I can't get the camera out of the mount with it up here. And also, God forbid, if I have a frontal impact, I'm going to eat this camera and I want it to break away. So let's hope that doesn't happen, and off we go. Enjoy. Yeah, I don't know if you heard that beep, but that was the radar telling me something's coming up behind me. And at this point, we got a comfortable cruise of about 15 miles an hour going on. Here comes the car around me. He waited to give a good safe pass. That's much appreciated. And that beep was telling me that I'm all clear. Another car coming up. And yet another good pass. And I'm afraid you're going to have to bear with the noise because I got to lift this visor, get some more air in here. It's too warm. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention on this ride, I am testing to see how much drag the flag puts up. It's the first time I've ridden with a flag on the Velo, and I'll be honest, I forgot I had it back there. So obviously it's not causing me any great distress, but at the same time, it's not something I'm going to use very often. I think mostly when I make my runs to Walmart and I'm going through the parking lot, I think that'll be a little bit safer. Now I'm going to kick it down into the low gear range with the mountain drive to make it easier to accelerate from this stop. Okay, I found me a nice shady spot. I'm going to stop for a minute. I'm going to put the camera back on the fender mount so I can see unimpeded for the rest of the way. I hope you found this enjoyable. You've actually ridden 1.9 miles as the driver of a velomobile. Hope you enjoyed that. All right, camera's back on the fender, and I can see again. Well, there you have it, friends. Another ride complete. Short ride today, only about 12.5 miles total, but it was a good ride. I enjoyed it. The test with the flag, like I said, I couldn't tell it was back there. And the one time where I thought that it might do something, didn't seem to help anyway. The driver still acted less than intelligent with what he did, or she did, I don't even know. But at any rate, it's there when I need it. I mounted it when I mounted the trailer hitch. So, if I use it, fine. If I don't, well, it's there when I need it. Thank you for riding along with me. I hope that first section of this video was, gave you an idea of what it's like to drive one of these things. I thoroughly enjoy it. I've already this month, I signed up for the Strava 200K challenge, and I beat that last week. So yippee-ki-yay, here we go. Until the next time, this is Larry and Blaze signing off.